Okay, welcome to this presentation. This is our midterm presentation on enhancing students' learning, an interactive ebook-based flipped collaborative learning approach for STEAM courses. My name is Abayo. So we are 3 in group, and the remaining 2 members of these groups are Tran, Megan Khan, and Hosni Mubarak. They will also present parts of this presentation. So let's begin with the outline of our presentation. In this presentation, we will try to address introduction part, literature review, multimedia design, and research method at the last. So as we know, in this technologically advanced world, the importance of science and the technology is very high. However, the students who are joining STEAM-related profession is getting low. So this is some challenge. So to address this challenge, the need for more effective pedagogy when teaching science, technology, engineering, and mathematics courses have been emphasized in various reports. So in order to address this problem, different kinds of approaches have been implemented. For example, according to EdComp 2014, introducing an interactive ebook in STEAM course improved the students' grade in computers programming courses in different 3 universities in United States. So in order to improve students' performance on STEAM-related course, this indicates the importance of interactive ebook in teaching STEM courses. In another study, which is conducted by Lee and others 2020, indicated that a situation-based interactive ebook approach improved students' or children's performance in learning numerical operation, which is in mathematics. Also in another study, interactive ebook-based flipped learning had positive effect on students' learning performance and self-efficacy in learning elementary school mathematics. So this studies indicates the importance of interactive ebook-based learning and interactive ebook-based flipped learning in teaching STEAM courses. Again, flipped classroom is, which is very important. It is an active learning approach, which makes learners to be more interactive in learning activities, and they will collaborate with each other to discuss the lesson after watching the video outside the class. So in this case, before coming to class, students watch the video lessons and take some notes and collaborate with the students in the classroom to understand the concept before coming to the classroom. So the rationale of this study is, as we have seen, the existing literatures mainly focused the effect of interactive ebook on performance, learning performance, and self-efficacy, but not address problem-solving skills and the effect of interactive ebook on cognitive load. So in this study, we will try to address the effect of interactive ebook-based flipped collaborative learning on students' problem-solving skill and its impact on cognitive load. This is the first rationale. And the second one is collaborative learning can be used in every level of studies, but it is widely used in higher institution. So in our study, we will try to incorporate collaborative learning together with interactive ebook-based flipped learning in primary school. So this is the second rationale. And the third rationale is just to expand the literatures on interactive ebook-based flipped collaborative learning in STEAM courses. So this is the third reason why we address or conduct this study. So in order to address the effectiveness of this approach, we have the following research questions. So in this study, we will try to address these three research questions. The first research question is, can the interactive ebook-based flipped collaborative learning approach enhance students' learning outcome compared to conventional video-based collaborative learning, flipped learning? So we have two groups. The first group use interactive ebook-based flipped collaborative learning, whereas the other group is conventional video-based collaborative flipped learning. So we will address their performance at the end of the experiment. The second one is, can the interactive ebook-based flipped collaborative learning approach enhance students' problem-solving skill compared to the conventional approach? So in this case, we will address the effect of the new approach on students' problem-solving skill. And the third research question is, can the interactive ebook-based flipped collaborative learning approach lower students' cognitive load compared to conventional approach? So we will see the effect of this new approach on students' cognitive load. So these are the main basic research questions we will try to answer. So the next section is about literature review. As I have mentioned in the introduction part, interactive ebook is very important. But what's interactive ebook? Interactive ebook is simply, it's a digital learning material. It's interactive, which is digital book. So digital learning material implemented in such an interactive multimedia mode. It could be on tablet computer, or it could be on smartphones or personal computers. And it has the potential to change the way our students read and consume text because of their interactivity and the convenience. So interactive ebook could be used in our smartphones, tablet computers. So this is, we can take with us and everywhere. It's not limited to particular place. So it is not limited in time and space. Another outcome of this interactive ebook is, as I have mentioned before in the introduction section, interactive ebook has positive effect on students' learning performance, learning motivations, and decrease their cognitive load. So this is on the higher level. So this has some positive effects of interactive ebook. But main focus of interactive ebook learning based studies were related in language learning, particularly emerging literacies, vocabulary readings, and some studies were on emergent mathematics literacies. However, less attention was given to STEAM courses in primary level. So early exposure to STEAM-related concepts is critical to later academic achievement. So interactive ebook applying in STEAM-related course is very important. So another point is flipped learning. As I have mentioned again before, flipped classroom refers to engaging students in gaining basic knowledge before coming to the class, providing more activities such as doing exercise or interacting with peers and teacher in class. So in flipped classroom, we have activities students are expected to do with their peers and with teachers' support. So in flipped learning, which emphasize the importance of designing in-class learning activity to engage students in higher order thinking, which allows teachers to implement multiple learning strategies in their classroom and create a dynamic and interactive learning environment for students to apply knowledge and engage in project-based learning or inquiry learning. The students felt more confident and had more peer interaction in class. More can reduce the students' learning anxiety and improve their work efficiency. Challenge of conducting an effective flipped classroom and flipped learning, and teachers need to put a great deal of effort. So flipped learning approach is very important, and we have to give attention in using this approach in teaching STEM related courses. Another point is collaborative learning. As I've mentioned again before, students are expected to work in group. So collaborative learning is focused on team-based learning or group work. So collaborative learning is an instructional method where a group of learners work collaboratively or together within a class and out of class to achieve common objectives and goals. A number of technology tools can be used in establishing collaborative learning, such as discussion forum, video, social media, and chat room that allows the learners to share and work together to solve the problem together through virtual world. So collaborative learning can be applied in every level of studies, but it has widely applied as an instructional method in higher education because adult learners tend to study based on their previous knowledge, experience, and according to their convenient time and place. This indicates there is a limitation in using collaborative learning in primary education. So in our study, we will focus on primary schools, STEAM course, STEAM-related courses.
Okay, the next we talk about the learning outcome. Cognitive outcomes are divided into conceptual knowledge and technical skill. A set of taxonomy include cognitive, affective, and psychomotor domain developed by Benjamin Bloom. This one is three first level. The first is about the remembering, understanding, and the last is about the applying. This one, the low skill of learning outcome. And the next we talk about the cognitive load. Cognitive load is the limited capacity of the working memory in the term of the amount of information that can be processed simultaneously and the amount of time information is maintained for processing. This one is three element for the cognitive load theory. The first is intrinsic, the second is extraneous, and the last is germane. And the next is a cognitive theory of the multimedia learning is based on the view of active knowledge. This one for the active knowledge construction have three steps. For the first is selection organizing, for the organization, and the next is integration. And for the problem solving skill, yes, we have three processing. Before that, the problem solving comprise of serial of mental, emotional, and behavior effort that an individual exhibit in order to find an effective way to cope with the problematic and stressful situation confronted in professional and everyday life. It's part of the problem solving. We in this according for Kroner et al. 2005 have three sub process of the problem solving. For the first is role identification, and the second role knowledge, and the third is role application. For the first is role identification. It describes the targeted systematic application of a strategy to identify the relevant factor and their relationship. And the second is role knowledge. Describe the use of this knowledge for predicting certain state of the system. And for the third is role application. Emphasize the ability to transfer the problem solving competence to new situation, and as a result ultimately represent in the complete acquisition. This one the according for the corner for the role of three subs process of the problem solving skill. The next is talk about the multimedia design. Yes, this one is for the first is talk about the interactive ebook. In this step in our research have three stages for interactive ebook. For the first is pre-designing stage, and the second is designing stage, and the third is implementation stage. Okay, for the first pre-design stage is talk about the choosing topic, and the second brainstorm to the content of the ebook that we want to conducting for the interactive ebook, and the third is design appropriate tool. Okay, for the next step is designing stage. Talk about the create interactive ebook using Kotobi, because in this our research using the Kotobi to make interactive ebook, and then pilots to testing a ebook. How about the interactive, and how about the condition in this ebook? And the last stage is talk about the implementation stage. It's mean that give student interactive ebook and ask student to do flip learning in this activity. This one for the example of design of interactive ebook. For the first is like introduction of the ebooks, interactive ebooks. It's mean like the cover and introduction, and the second is the talk about the content. This one is like a robot component. How about the component of remote, uh, wire core, and robot, and this one is combined with video to make more explanation. And the last is talk about like exercise. How about the component, how about the function each component, and etc. This one to make interactive ebooks and activity more active to student. And this one for the collaborative learning, it's more interactive function. It's like in this ebook for the collaborative ebook and collaborative learning. This one have a sharing notes for make a conversation in the note of the student, and this one is from the written, and another is like to make notes for each person. It's about our activity in this research using class dojo. Each group, we can know the activity of each group. For example, group 1, group 2, and group 3. So we can give assignment or give advice to each group how use to make collaborative learning and student more active in this group. This one, for example, the face or visual in this collaborative learning using the Dojo class. This one is for interactive ebook, robots, and more active assignment to student device. And what's the next? Another, and for example, like this one, the for more creative activity, and all of post. This one is more interactive in this application. Okay, the next is we'll continue with our friend about the research method.
We'll continue with the research method. Now we move to the first part of research method, the design and sampling. So in this study, we use the quasi-experimental study, and there are 66 graded students, including 35 boys and 25 girls in an elementary school in Taipei participating in this study. And based on the score of the last semester, these students were classified into 3 levels of proficiency, including high, middle, and low achievers. And in this study, these students were assigned randomly into 2 groups, experimental group and control group. Um, both groups have the same number of participants, about 30 students. In the experimental group, there are 20 boys and 10 girls, while the control group have 15 boys and 15 girls. These students has the same learning content and they are taught by the same teacher. However, there is the difference between the experimental group and control group. In the experimental group, before the class, the student will have the interactive ebook-based flipped collaborative learning. Before the class, they will experience interactive ebook and they will do some collaborative activity in Class Dojo. And in class, the student will follow some STEM activities such as assembling robots, drawing, participating in the competition. This is, you can see, this is the interactive ebook based flip collaborative learning for the experimental group. The student can do some activity before going to the class, and then they can join in the class studio to do the collaborative learning. For the control group, before they use the video-based flip collaborative learning, and before class, the student need to watch the video and do some collaborative activity in class studio. The activity in class studios are the same with the activity in the experimental group. And in class, they also do the same STEM activity. So you can see before the class, the student will watch the video and then they will have the collaboration in the class studio. And in the class, the student of 2 groups will follow the STEM activity. You can see the first photo on the left side. There is the balloons in the line, and the student have to control the robot so that the student can avoid hitting the balloons. And the second photos is like the competition. The student will use the toothpick to stick in the robot, and then they use the robot to hit the balloon. In terms of instruments, in this study, we use 3 instruments, including learning outcomes, problem solving questionnaire, and cognitive load questionnaire. So first, learning outcomes is we'll have 2 tests, pre-test and post-test with 20 multiple choice questions. The purpose of the pre-test is to check the equivalent basis knowledge of 2 groups, and the post-test to check the student understanding of the topic. And these tests were designed by 3 experiences teacher. This is an example of the test in the learning outcomes. So you can see in the pre-test, we will check some basis question related to the prior knowledge. And in the post-test, we will evaluate the student performance based on 3 levels of Bloom taxonomy, including remembering, understanding, and applying. For example, you can see the question number 1. We want to test the student remembering of the proposed. So we give the photo and we ask, what is it? And the second one is problem solving questionnaire. And this questionnaire has 6 items following 5-point Likert scale. And this questionnaire was developed by Lai and Huang 2014 with the high Groback alpha 0.78. This is the example of the items in the problem solving questionnaire. So you can see in this questionnaire, there are 6 items. For example, the item number 1, I believe that I can have the ability to solve the problems I encounter. And the last questionnaire we use is cognitive load. In this questionnaire, there are 8 items following 6-point Likert scale. In this questionnaire, there are 2 parts for the cognitive loss, including mental loss with 5 items and mental efforts with 3 items. This questionnaire were adapted from scale by Huang Yang and Wang 2013 with the Groback alpha 0.86 for mental loss and 85 for mental effort. And this is the sample of the item in the cognitive loss questionnaire. As you can see in the mental load for the item, this is example like the learning content in this learning activity was difficult for me. And for the mental efforts, it's like I need to put lots of efforts into completing the learning tasks and achieving objective in these learning activities. In terms of research procedure, as I mentioned before, these students were assigned into 2 groups, experimental group and control group. So before conducting this study, we will deliver the student the pre-test on learning outcomes, the re-questionnaire on cognitive load and problem-solving skills. And later, the students are given the introduction of the basic knowledge. And in the experimental group, they will use the interactive ebook-based flipped collaborative learning, while the control group used the video-based collaborative learning. And in the class, the student will have the STEM activity related to the topic robotics, like the student can assemble the robotics, drawing, and participate in some competition related to the robotics. And then the students will have the post-stage on learning outcomes, post-questionnaire on cognitive load and problem-solving skills. In this study, we used the experiment during 5 weeks and 30 minutes for each week. In terms of data analysis, in this study, we used the quantitative approach, and we have 3 questions related to the learning outcomes, problem-solving skills, and cognitive load to investigate the differences between pre-test and post-test in learning outcome. We will use the pair sample t-test. And to investigate the differences between 2 group, experimental group and control group, we used two-way ANCOVA with the pre-test as the covariate. And we also want to know the interaction effect between the design of the interactive, the design of the flipped learning and the level of the student's proficiency, like low, high, and middle achievers. So the problem solving skill and cognitive loss also have the same statistics. We also use the pair sample t-test and two-way ANCOVA. And based on the result, we will come to the final conclusion. And these are some references we use in this study. And that's the end of our presentation. Thank you so much for your listening.